Every morning, millions of health-conscious people sprinkle chia seeds into their smoothies, yogurt, or overnight oats, believing they're giving their bodies a powerful anti-inflammatory boost. The wellness community has embraced chia seeds as a modern superfood, and scientific research does support many remarkable health benefits. However, there's a significant gap between the dramatic effects documented in controlled studies and the modest results most people experience when using chia seeds alone. The explanation has been hiding in plain sight. Here's what scientific literature reveals. Chia seeds by themselves cannot activate all the anti-inflammatory mechanisms your body needs to truly combat chronic inflammation. When consumed in isolation, you're accessing only a fraction of their potential. This comes from peer-reviewed studies demonstrating that a specific combination can amplify chia seeds' effectiveness several times over, targeting inflammation through pathways that chia seeds alone cannot reach. Today we're exploring why chia seeds underdeliver when used independently and revealing the exact formula that unleashes their complete anti-inflammatory potential. If you're struggling with joint inflammation, autoimmune symptoms, brain fog, or digestive issues, this evidence-based approach could be the missing piece. The research is compelling, and implementing the solution requires just 2 additional ingredients. Before we continue, if you're new here, welcome to a community focused on science-backed health strategies that produce real results. We separate fact from marketing fiction and deliver information grounded in legitimate research. Subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss our in-depth videos. And here's something we appreciate. Comment telling us which country you're watching from. Our audience spans the globe, and knowing your location helps us create content that serves our community better. Now, let's reveal the chia seed truth that changes everything. Let's examine what makes chia seeds powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Chia seeds contain exceptionally high concentrations of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Research published in PMC shows chia seed oil contains over 62% ALA, making it one of the richest plant sources available. Multiple studies have documented ALA's anti-inflammatory capabilities in reducing pro-inflammatory compound production. The power extends beyond omega-3 content. These seeds pack powerful antioxidants including chlorogenic acid, caffeic acid, quercetin, and camphorol. Research demonstrates these polyphenolic compounds possess significant anti-inflammatory properties by decreasing production of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha and interleukin-6. A 2024 meta-analysis found regular chia seed consumption significantly decreases C-reactive protein, a key inflammatory marker. Chia seeds contain approximately 20% protein, and studies show proteins from digested chia seeds have anti-inflammatory properties. These proteins inhibit pathways that activate nuclear factor kappa B and F-kappa B, a master regulator of inflammatory gene expression. Scientific evidence spans multiple inflammatory conditions. Clinical trials show improvements in metabolic syndrome. Research on cardiovascular inflammation documents cytokine reductions. The evidence demonstrates measurable benefits across health conditions. However, here's the crucial limitation. While chia seeds contain impressive omega-3s and antioxidants, research reveals a significant bioavailability challenge. The omega-3 ALA in chia seeds has very poor conversion rates to more active omega-3 forms your body needs. Studies show only about 5% of ALA converts to EPA and less than 0.5% converts to DHA, the forms providing the most powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Think of it like having powerful medicine locked in a bottle you cannot open. The compounds exist and are genuinely effective, but without the right catalyst to enhance absorption, most beneficial molecules pass through your digestive system without reaching inflamed tissues. This explains why people eating chia seeds regularly report modest improvements rather than transformative results. This brings us to the game-changing discovery. Combining chia seeds with 2 specific ingredients creates synergistic anti-inflammatory power. The first addition is turmeric. The second is a quality, healthy fat. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most extensively researched anti-inflammatory compounds. A comprehensive 2023 meta-analysis of 66 randomized controlled trials demonstrated curcumin supplementation significantly reduces inflammatory markers. The study found curcumin decreased C-reactive protein by 0.58 milligrams per liter, tumor necrosis factor alpha by 3.48 picograms per liter, and interleukin-6 by 1.31 picograms per liter, the exact biomarkers doctors measure when assessing inflammation. Research shows curcumin works by inhibiting multiple pathways simultaneously, including COX-2, lipoxygenase, and the critical NF-kappa B pathway. What makes turmeric valuable with chia seeds is complementary action. While chia seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammatory prostaglandin production, curcumin operates at the genetic level, switching off genes coding for inflammatory proteins. This multi-level attack creates far more comprehensive protection than either ingredient alone. The healthy fat component is absolutely essential. Both chia seed compounds and curcumin are fat-soluble nutrients requiring dietary fat for optimal absorption. Landmark 1998 research demonstrated curcumin absorption increases by 2,000% when consumed with even small amounts of fat. When curcumin was given alone, serum levels in humans were either undetectable or very low. But combining it with fat dramatically increased bioavailability. Extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil serve this purpose excellently. Beyond enhancing absorption, these oils contain their own anti-inflammatory compounds. Research indicates olive oil compounds can inhibit inflammatory enzymes, while coconut oil provides medium-chain triglycerides that may reduce inflammatory markers. When you combine chia seeds, turmeric, and quality healthy fats, you create a multi-targeted formula working synergistically at absorption, cellular, and genetic levels simultaneously. So, we've uncovered why chia seeds alone fall short and identified the missing pieces. Now, let's explore exactly how these three work together in your body. Understanding how these components function together requires grasping nutritional synergy. When you consume chia seeds, turmeric, and healthy fats together, you're not merely adding benefits, you're multiplying them through complementary mechanisms. Let's trace the process from consumption to cellular action. When you ingest this combination, healthy fat immediately begins working in your digestive system. Research shows dietary fats trigger bile acid release and stimulate pancreatic enzymes, creating optimal conditions for absorbing fat-soluble nutrients. When chia compounds and curcumin arrive in your intestines, conditions are primed for maximum absorption. Studies document absorption increases of several hundred to several thousand% for curcumin when consumed with fats versus alone. Simultaneously, omega-3 fatty acids from chia seeds begin their bloodstream journey. Consumed alongside additional fats, intestinal absorption improves. These omega-3s circulate throughout your body, potentially incorporating into cell membranes where research suggests they may reduce inflammatory signaling. This creates a foundation of anti-inflammatory defense at the structural level. Meanwhile, dramatically enhanced curcumin absorption means significantly higher blood concentrations reaching tissues and cells. Curcumin molecules penetrate cells where they directly interact with inflammatory pathways, powerfully suppressing NF-kappa B and reducing inflammatory cytokine production. The beauty of this coordinated action is timing. Chia seeds provide sustained omega-3 support for cellular health, while curcumin delivers acute suppression of active inflammatory processes. This multi-mechanism approach explains why the combination produces superior results. You're simultaneously building long-term cellular support with omega-3s, actively suppressing inflammatory gene expression with curcumin, and maximizing bioavailability with healthy fats. It's like deploying defensive fortifications and active countermeasures while ensuring both operate at peak efficiency. Each component serves a distinct purpose, and together they create comprehensive inflammatory protection no single ingredient achieves independently. Now that you understand the science, let's get practical with the exact formula you can use starting today. Now, Let me provide the precise recipe, translating science into practical daily application. This formula is based on research evidence and represents an accessible, cost-effective way to harness these anti-inflammatory compounds. You'll need 4 simple ingredients: chia seeds, turmeric powder, a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut oil, and your choice of liquid, water, almond milk, or coconut milk. Here are exact measurements for optimal effectiveness. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of olive or coconut oil, and 8 to 10 ounces of liquid. Let me explain each component's role. Chia seeds should be whole, not ground, as grinding can expose omega-3 oxidation, reducing effectiveness. 1 teaspoon provides approximately 2.5 grams of omega-3 ALA, along with fiber and antioxidants, an amount research supports as beneficial. Turmeric powder should be high quality with deep orange color, indicating higher curcumin content. Half a teaspoon provides approximately 100 to 200 milligrams of curcumin. While this might seem modest, research shows when combined with fat and consumed consistently, even these amounts produce measurable anti-inflammatory effects. Remember, curcumin comprises only about 2 to 5% of turmeric powder, which is why combination with fat is critical for bioavailability. The healthy fat is essential. Don't skip this component. Research clearly demonstrates without fat, curcumin absorption remains extremely poor. 1 teaspoon of coconut or olive oil provides sufficient fat for dramatic bioavailability enhancement without excessive calories. Studies show even small fat amounts can increase curcumin bioavailability substantially. To prepare this mixture, add chia seeds to your liquid in a glass or jar. Add turmeric powder and oil. Stir vigorously for 15 to 20 seconds, ensuring even distribution. Because chia seeds absorb liquid and form a gel, let the mixture sit at least 10 to 15 minutes before consuming. Many prefer preparing the night before, creating pudding-like texture by morning that's easy and pleasant to consume. This overnight soaking also increases omega-3 extractability, according to research. For optimal results, consume once daily, preferably with breakfast or your first meal. Consistency matters more than perfect timing. Anti-inflammatory effects build cumulatively, with peak benefits typically appearing after 2 to 4 weeks of daily use. Before implementing this formula, several important considerations deserve attention. While generally safe for most people, specific groups should exercise caution or consult healthcare providers, particularly those with existing conditions or taking medications. If you're taking blood-thinning medications, like warfarin or antiplatelet drugs such as aspirin, both omega-3 fatty acids and curcumin can affect blood clotting. Research documents mild anticoagulant effects from both compounds, potentially interacting with pharmaceutical blood thinners. This doesn't mean you can't use this formula, but discuss it with your healthcare provider first to monitor interactions. Individuals with gallbladder disease or bile duct obstruction should be cautious with turmeric. Research shows curcumin stimulates bile production, potentially exacerbating certain gallbladder conditions. If you have kidney stone history, particularly calcium oxalate stones, discuss chia seed consumption with your doctor, as chia seeds contain moderate oxalate levels that might be problematic for susceptible individuals. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should consult healthcare providers before using therapeutic turmeric amounts. While culinary amounts are generally safe, concentrated doses lack sufficient safety research during pregnancy and lactation. Chia seeds are typically considered safe during these periods, but discussing any new dietary regimen with your obstetrician remains prudent. Quality matters immensely for all ingredients. Purchase chia seeds from reputable sources and store in airtight containers in cool, dark places to prevent omega-3 degradation from light and heat. Turmeric powder loses potency over time, so buy smaller quantities and replace every 6 months for maximum effectiveness. For fats, choose extra virgin olive oil in dark glass bottles or virgin coconut oil from reliable brands. Start with smaller amounts if new to these ingredients. Some experience mild digestive discomfort when introducing chia seeds, particularly without adequate water. Chia seeds absorb liquid rapidly, so ensure sufficient water intake throughout the day to prevent constipation. Turmeric can occasionally cause mild stomach upset in sensitive individuals. Beginning with 1/4 teaspoon and gradually increasing to full half teaspoon over a week allows digestive adaptation. Finally, remember this formula complements but doesn't replace medical treatment for diagnosed inflammatory conditions. Always work with qualified healthcare providers when managing chronic inflammatory diseases. But what can you actually expect when you start using this formula? Let's talk timelines and realistic results. Understanding realistic timelines helps you evaluate this formula's effectiveness and maintain consistency long enough to see results. Anti-inflammatory changes occur gradually as your body's cellular environment shifts toward reduced inflammatory signaling. Unlike pharmaceutical anti-inflammatories working within hours, natural approaches typically require consistent daily use over weeks to months for full benefits. During the first week of daily consumption, you probably won't notice dramatic changes, though some report subtle digestive comfort and mild energy improvements. Biochemically, your body begins incorporating omega-3 from chia seeds, and curcumin starts modulating inflammatory gene expression, but changes haven't yet accumulated sufficiently for obvious symptomatic improvements. This initial phase is critical. Don't abandon the formula because immediate dramatic results don't appear. Research consistently shows anti-inflammatory benefits build cumulatively over time. By weeks 2 through 4, most people consuming this combination daily begin experiencing noticeable benefits. Joint stiffness commonly decreases, particularly morning stiffness many inflammatory sufferers experience. The 2024 meta-analysis on chia seed supplementation showed measurable C-reactive protein reductions within study periods, typically lasting several weeks. Similarly, the 2023 meta-analysis on curcumin demonstrated significant inflammatory marker reductions in trials lasting 4 weeks or longer. Digestive symptoms often improve during this time frame with reduced bloating and more regular bowel function from chia seed fiber combined with anti-inflammatory effects. Mental clarity improvements frequently emerge around week 3 to 4. Chronic inflammation affects brain function through inflammatory molecules crossing the blood-brain barrier. As systemic inflammation decreases, many report improved focus, reduced brain fog, and better mood stability. Energy levels typically increase noticeably as cells function more efficiently without constant inflammatory stress, requiring less energy for repair and leaving more available for daily activities. Maximum benefits generally appear after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use. At this point, cumulative effects of reduced inflammatory signaling, improved cellular function, and sustained anti-inflammatory compound exposure produce the most significant improvements. Some experience continued gradual improvement extending 6 months or longer. Track progress by noting specific symptoms at the start, joint pain levels, energy patterns, digestive function, mental clarity, then reassessing monthly to gauge individual response. Now let's wrap everything up and give you your action plan moving forward. We've covered substantial ground today, and I hope this information has transformed your understanding of using chia seeds effectively for inflammation management. The fundamental message is clear. Chia seeds contain genuinely powerful anti-inflammatory compounds, but their effectiveness multiplies dramatically when combined with turmeric to suppress inflammatory pathways and healthy fats to enhance absorption. Together, these three components create a synergistic formula addressing inflammation comprehensively at multiple biological levels simultaneously. The science supporting this combination is robust. Research has demonstrated chia seeds, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants provide anti-inflammatory benefits. Studies have shown curcumin's ability to inhibit NF-kappa B and suppress inflammatory cytokine production. Clinical evidence has validated that fat-soluble nutrients like curcumin require dietary fat for optimal absorption, with bioavailability increases of up to 2,000% documented in peer-reviewed research. When you combine these three ingredients according to the formula I've shared, you create a powerful daily practice that can significantly reduce inflammation throughout your body. Remember, this isn't about replacing medical treatment for serious inflammation.